Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you how I made my day in 3 minutes today. Our precise daily stock levels, how you could make your day like that as well. What is the difference between trade ideas and trade fulfillment? Which trader would you want to be when you grow up? Wink, wink. Our game plan in Forex as well as our full stock analysis. I am Mark Melnick, and this is the Newsbeat Show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Newsbeat Show. So much to talk about. I am going to show you the trader that you might want to be. It might be a little bit of a loaded question, and how you could make your day so easily, so quickly every day. But before I get into all of that and more, I would like to first say thank you to our friends over at the T3 Life Compliance Department. Kindly pause this video, read the entire thing, and then unpause. Thank you so much for reading that. And let's just go on with what we're watching here today and what happened today. And is it really possible to make your day in 3 minutes? And then I realized there's a group of what I like to call trader bandits. Um, you probably heard of the book So's Bandits. It has nothing to do with that. The truth is, traders who made money on So's were the most skillless, talentless individuals ever in existence. Just going to button my shirt. Were the most skillless, talentless traders ever in existence. Now, there used to be, I'll tell you, there used to be something back in when I traded in the 90s, and I took advantage of it. I was like everyone else. And it's called backing away. And what you would do with backing away, how I abused legally the system back in 99, 2000. You would throw in a multitude of SOS orders to MASH, M-A-S-H. That was Charles Schwab at the time, believe it or not. Now I pay my duties and respect to Charles Schwab by using their software. And we would overload Schwab's market maker system with SOS orders, and then we would also load them up with SelectNets at the same time. There's a way to buy from Schwab through SelectNet. We would load it up, and Schwab couldn't get to all the orders in time, and we would sit there with a stopwatch, like right in front of our computer. And as soon as the 30-second mark hit, we canceled every SelectNet order. Then we would have one of the guys on the floor call in, and it's called backing away. And if a market maker did not fill your SelectNet order within 30 seconds, they would have to at least give you the chance to buy those shares at that level. So you would file backing away charges. And 2 hours later, you would get a call from someone at the exchange and basically saying, "Hey, Mark, do you want to buy 4,000 shares of this $20 stock at $17.30?" And you're like, yeah. And then you just short 4,000 shares in your system immediately. Then the 4,000 shares come, and it's the easiest money you've ever made in your life. It was one of the most obnoxious, easiest ways to make money. But we're talking actually about bandits that do require skill and are able to take advantage of this. And I've never really used the word bandit pretty much since the late 90s. When I was trading in the late 90s, I've never really used the word bandit. But there's a group of traders in our room, which I call the Newsbeat Bandits. See how cute it is? And what they do is they generally trade between 5 and 10 minutes a day. I kid you not. They come in at 9:30, they're out 9:35, they're out 9:40, and they go. College students, professionals, retirees, everyone in between. And then I realized that I might have created a certain phenomena. I have created a certain phenomena here based on a very simple algorithmic strategy. So I'm going to show you how you can make your day in a few minutes. And if anybody ever says, "Oh, we're here and we're giving you trade ideas," run as far away as you can. A trade idea is basically anyone could give you a trade idea. Anyone in the world can give you a trade idea. Uh, Long Apple through $200, stop 199. Long XYZ at $50, stop 49.50. That's a trade idea. You know what a trade idea is? You take your hand, you reach behind you, you pull, and you look at it, and then you throw it at the screen at your room. That, in my opinion, is what a trade idea is. It is useless, it is garbage, and it suckers people in the industry, maybe like you. I've been a broadcaster for 11 years. I started here with T3 11 years ago as a broadcaster, and I'm a broadcaster today. Uh, but I will say this, trade ideas are BS. How about we change the word with it forever? I'm sick and tired of people offering trade ideas. How about trade fulfillment? How about let's call it trade fulfillment? Because if you're offering a trade, it should be able to have the ability to fulfill someone. You see, the trick is what people like to do in this industry is they'll throw 20, 30, 40 ideas at you. They'll look back and say, I gave you number 3, number 17, number 24, number 32. And then they'll go to a room with 100 people and say, how many of you traded it? Oh, you traded it? Nice trade. Oh, you traded it? Nice, nice move. You traded this one? Nice move. And then they'll showcase it as if they did something special when in actuality, they vomited all over the place and some people caught some scraps along the way. And the other people, of course, went to Hose Town and they got pretty hosed down. With that being said, I think we need to really change the way things are. And I'm also going to show you how and what kind of trader you want to be. It's a very special thing. What trader you want to be. I have it all set up ready for you guys. We will go over it. But let's talk about how this morning started for the Newsbeat live community and why I keep saying if you allow it to be, trading is the easiest job in the world. I hate to make it sound so simple, but if you think about it, if trading is always hard and being a profitable trader is hard, I'm not saying that the majority, you might argue, Mark, if it was easy, why are 95% plus, 90% plus, depending on whose stats you believe, why that percentage of traders, why are they losing money? And the answer is they don't really have a good algorithmic analyst. That's why. They're not being taught by somebody who understands the robots. Somebody who has an old system, a popular system, the the number one rated this. You know what happens when I see like the number one rated platform trading software, uh, trading chat room, trading educational course. You know what I say when I see the number one rated? I'm like this towards the exit. You know why? Because if it's number one, enough people voted on that garbage where it's probably obsolete today. What do you mean number one trading platform? What does that even mean? That means you have the oldest platform and you probably didn't update it in forever? No, show me the new hottest newest platform. Show me the new hottest strategy. I will take a strategy, ladies and gentlemen. I will take a strategy that works consistently for the last month well over a strategy that worked for 20 years straight 20 years ago and started failing within the last 2, 3, 4 years just for whatever weird reason. Stop getting suckered in by the BS on Wall Street and actually see what making easy money is. All right? So, this is what our game plan looked like today. Oh my God, it's loaded! Netflix upgrade. What does that mean? It means I come in the morning, I talk about the upgrade. I'll talk about, I'll take you on a view. Netflix got a $440 target from 360 over at RBC Capital. Analyst raised his price target, citing the results of his survey of the U.S. and United Kingdom markets, along with a deep dive into the India opportunity, meaning that Netflix could expand to India, and India says I have the world's largest population now, whether it's that or China, well over a billion people, and that Netflix might penetrate into that country. So what I did was I came out, and by the way, you'll find the links. So what I did for you guys is the links for the strategy we use are in the description of this video. Whether you're watching right now on YouTube or Facebook, you will find the link to the description in this video. So this is the first thing I did on the one and done. Step one, choose a name with positive or negative news. Here's our list. What name could have you chosen off of this list? It was a rhetorical question. So we come out and we do the one and done. Choose a name with positive or negative news. The best ones are offered daily in the Newsbeat live room. After the first 1 minute bar closes, look for the stock to break out of the top of the first candle. If it does, simply buy in. Step 4, take your profits. Simple, easy, effective. How is something this stupid and simple? It's actually higher than 83% as of today. How is something like this better than 4 out of 5 times to make money? How is it? How is that even possible? Maybe you're talking to an algorithmic analyst. Maybe you're talking to somebody who designs algorithmic strategies. Maybe you're talking to the same person who helps develop these algorithmic strategies that some of the market makers or big firms use these days. Maybe I am sharing with you strategies that take advantage of these algos and allow you to front run them because you're not going to be faster than those damn robots, but you could beat them to the punch. If you and a robot were racing to the bar, the robot would win. However, if you arrived an hour earlier than the robot at the bar, you would win. You don't have to be faster than a robot. You have to outfox them in this market. You're not going to be faster than a buy program buying shares, but you can outsmart them and be ahead of them. And I'm going to show you exactly how we did that today. Oh, and by the way, if you were part of the Twitter service, just real quick before I show you this, wow, we just got people just loading in and signing up now. Isn't that funny how that works? This is what it looked like today. If you want to know, right over here. See that? Right over there. 8:55 a.m., that's Eastern Standard, September 6, 2018, Netflix upgrade. Morning game plan. This is where I look to apply my famous one and done strategy, high five, and fun 21. These strategies are all within the description of this video on YouTube or Facebook, wherever you're watching. Fair enough? Okay. So we look at Netflix now at the 1 minute. Let's see what happened today. Hmm. Okay. Whoops. Let me just zoom out just so I could get to the beginning of the day. Uh, that was September. Nope, that was Wednesday. It actually worked on Wednesday too. Here, this was today, Thursday, September 6th. Here's the first 1 minute bar. Opens up at 347.30, shoots up to 349. We don't touch it. Bangs against 349, does not break 349. We don't touch it. Goes on the next bar to 348.93. And I'm like, guys, if we break 349, I'm going to buy it. Guys, if it breaks 349, I'm going to buy it. Hits 348.93. Guys, if it breaks 348.93, I'm going to buy it. I have a market order in, guys, and I'm telling you this before the market opens that I'm going to market in Netflix on the one and done. All right, guys. Netflix breaks 348.93, explodes. This is a 1 minute bar to 351.10, then 351.59. That's it. Day's over. That's it. The day was over. Those calls went up 50%. I think I caught like $1.40, $1.50 if I'm not mistaken on my options. Think about that. Dollar for $1.50. Some people, by the way, the majority of people in the room take common stock. So don't listen to this video and be like, "Oh, Mark, I don't trade options." You don't have to. You could. There are people who just leave in a market who tell me. I, of course, would never tell them to do this, but they'll leave a market order in at 349.01 in Netflix, and they'll just leave a buy market order, and they'll just sit back and be like, let's see if I get filled. Oh, cool, I got filled. Sell, done. That's my day. Exploded up here. You take a little measly 10 contracts, you're up $1,500 before you could blink. You take 20 contracts, you're up 2 grand, 3 grand. You take 50 contracts, you're up $10,000. Oh, no, not 10, but maybe like 5 to 7,500. My day was over right here between 9:33 and 9:34. It was done. Now, did I keep trading? Did I keep going? Am I still running a room? Yes. But right after this minute, my email box is like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, made this, made this, made this, made this, made this, and it gets flooded because for some reason people love sharing with me how they do because they're just so impressed by how easy it is to make money. You don't have to work hard. The work is being done for you with finding the stock and giving you the strategy. You know what I'm going to do tomorrow to make money? I got it. I'm going to do the one and done in high five strategy on any of the Newsbeat names. And I just have a feeling, I can't confirm this, the Newsbeat Live Twitter service is going to get much more expensive. I'm not, I'm hoping people could get grandfathered in. Don't sign up if you don't want. I think the room offers you better value. But for people who do want that morning game plan, if they can't be in a chat room, you get this. And not only that, I share with you the strategy in which I'm doing. You get the actual strategies. So I tell you this in the pre-market exactly what I'm doing. So after I do the one and done, I move on to the high five. And the high five strategy basically says wait for a 5 minute to test the exponential 8 and close. Once it does that, the next 5 minute bar that breaks out is a buy. That's all it says. So I traded Netflix again. And the market was going down today, as you saw, right? Netflix tests the exponential 8 right over here. You see this yellow line? This yellow line right here. I'll just delete the trend lines. You see this yellow line right here? That's the exponential 8 moving average. So test it right here from 10:05 to 10:10 a.m. Now I'm just waiting for the next 5 minute top to break so I could chase in. Didn't do it here. Didn't do it here. Didn't do it here. Here's 349.78, 349.74. I'll just read them out to you if you can't see. 349.66, 349.56, 349.01, 346.72, 345.19, 344.94, and it broke out right here and I bought through 344.94. The stock exploded to 346.70. It was almost impossible unless you just like literally hit buy sell and you would have made money. But if you said buy, okay, what's happening? Okay, sell like that, you could have caught well over a point. And I crushed it again. And I'm like, wow, I sat there and I just waited for the high five strategy, which actually coincided with the Fund 21. The high five and Fund 21 were combined. You'll understand what I mean if you watch the free videos in this description. And that was my day. I hate to actually, no, I don't hate it. I love making money or showing you how to make money is so easy. And now let me see if I could show you what kind of trader you are. So I asked this question. And I'm gonna ask this question. I just shared it with my room a second ago, but I want to ask you a question here. And it basically, what the heck is going on? Huh? Huh. One second. Hmm, that's weird. There we go. What? There we go. Okay. So I asked you, which trader would you rather be? Would you rather be trader A, who has weeks that look like this pretty or more often than not? Or would you rather be trader B? Now, obviously, you look at trader A, and you could just sit here and you could add these up and you could say, well, trader A made 6,500 that week. Pretty good week, generally speaking, for the majority of traders. And then you look at trader B, who had a better week, who actually made $20,000. Made 25,000 here, 1,000 here, that's 26,000, and then lost 2,000 on 3 days. So 26,000 minus 6,000 is 20,000. Trader B made $20,000 and Trader A made $6,500. So I ask you, and I would like you, if you're watching this, which trader would you rather be? Now, obviously, it's a loaded question because the obvious point is, well, Mark, I'd like to make more money as opposed to less money, so I would love to be trader B. So what point are you getting at, Mark? What is the point you are getting at by showing us these numbers? Well, the point I'm getting at is trader B is actually a non-existent trader. I have never met anybody in my 19-year career who can consistently do that. Those are the type of traders who always swing for the fence, always try to make the most money possible, And the problem is when you're taking losses like that, even with the trader B here, even making $20,000 on that week, losing three times, making twice, you're going to be loaded with psychological toxicity, which will easily prevent you from achieving this in the future. Trader A is a typical consistent trader, and those are the ones we, without my typo, create here in the Newsbeat live room. Those are the types of traders we create here in the Newsbeat live room. Traders who look like Trader A. See, this is a Newsbeat live trader. This is where we try to get our traders. And hundreds of you have accomplished this. Whether it doesn't matter whether this number is higher or lower, the point is the number for you. Just the consistency where you're making like 4 out of 5 days. That makes sense. That makes sense to me. That is the type of consistency that we offer here. So, yes, 3 minutes of trading was all you really needed today. 3 minutes of trading was all you needed. And we're not giving you trade ideas, we're giving you trade fulfillment because it fulfills your soul with happiness. It will slowly chip away at the psychological toxicity that you have suffered in the past. Do you find it funny? Don't you think, do you find it funny you watch this Newsbeat show and I come out and I say this every day? Don't you think if this was like bull SHIT, do you think if it was like bull, like do you think like the hundreds and hundreds of traders who are in the room watching this right now would call me out on it and say, "Mark, what are you talking about here?" Do you think I would be in front of the world talking like this you know, if I felt it wasn't easy? Do you think it's funny that I come to you yesterday and tell you I'm going to just take the name off the list, do the one and done and high five strategy? Then I show it to you today and all of a sudden it just magically worked? What if I told you tomorrow I'm going to do the same exact thing? I'm going to find one of the names on my list and I'm going to do a one and done and high five strategy and I will likely make money. I will likely make money. What if I told you that? Would that surprise you? What if I told you I humbly believe I can't tell you that you could trade like me. That's illegal. And of course, I said thank you to my friends over at the T3 Live compliance team. But what if I told you that it really is easy and we are transformative of several people do get to that level. A lot of people, it's a bumpy ride all the way down, bumpy, bumpy, bumpy. And then they just suddenly, it clicks in and it gets smooth. And that's generally how it goes with anything in life that is worth fighting for. This is worth fighting for. So, what can I show you now? So what I did was I upgraded my Twitter service to share my morning game plans with you. We did a little overnight here on Twitter on that we share on Twitter. Somebody actually replied again. In at 45 cents. I hope it crosses 45 tomorrow. This is given at 3:48 p.m. today. That's Eastern Standard Time. I bought Micron Lotto calls, $45 calls. I share the price I paid. 51 cents. Here's somebody who's part of the service. Sorry for dropping your name, Dave, but you're sort of inside my video. And Dave is saying he's in at 45 cents, which again is better, 10% better than my price, more than 10% better. And he's saying he hopes it crosses 45 tomorrow because we took a Micron overnight. Well, what if I told you right now it's at 45 and a quarter, Dave, after hours? Looking pretty damn good, isn't it? Is it funny how all of a sudden all these overnights are clicking, all these over intradays are clicking? Now I want to talk about something very important, especially if you're a Newsbeat Live member. And I want to talk about what happened on Tuesday in AMD when we crushed it, what happened on Wednesday on AMD when we crushed it, and what happened today in AMD when I didn't trade it. So here's the thing. When you look at the triple Qs here, you'll notice that Tuesday, which is like Monday because we had Monday off, so I consider it like a trading Monday. On September 4th, you saw the market came down, hit the exponential 8, and had a nice move for the day. So even to show you on the 5 minute, this is very, very important. Please bear with me on this one. So you see what happened here on the triple Qs on Tuesday was the stock, the Qs fell down, and then it rallied all the way back to highs. You see that? When you have a market that does that, as opposed to the market that was here today, where you went down and then down and then down and then down, and you didn't really have any, what I like to call a magnificent bounce. It's not like we retested the day highs or even threatened to retest the day highs. What happens is selling earlier tends to be better. So what happened was on Tuesday, a lot of traders in the room did better than me in AMD for the size they took compared to mine. Even if I made more money than some people, for the size some of you guys took, you traded AMD better than me because I did the one and done in high five strategy on Tuesday. What a coincidence! It worked again. Eureka! It's magic. But what I did was I threw away my position early because I saw my P&L up money and I this. How many of you guys would be happy seeing 1,000, 2,000 a day in 3, 4 minutes and say, screw this, I'm done. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,000, I'm done. Make 6 grand the other day, 6,000, excluding those amazing overnights in Mankind and AMD from 2 days ago into yesterday. Done. Move on. We're gonna hit home runs. We're gonna get breaking news ideas that are gonna make your year. Why not create a little alpha in the meanwhile? Why not make 200, 2,000, 10,000, 5,000, 6,000, whatever your number is? Why not build upon that? Why do you need to see how much you could sit there and milk the damn cow? Why do you have to milk it dry? Can't you just go get a little bit of a sip of milk, put it down, and walk away? Do you really need the cow's udders? Do you really need to see like smoke and dust pouring out of its udders before you're satisfied that you milked it hard enough? So many people come, and so many people ask that question in the market. And God, the visuals of what I just did was absolutely horrible. And I don't think Colton is going to let me live that one down. But that aside, you understand what I'm saying. If I held all my AM, let me spell out a potential that didn't happen. Okay. On AMD on Tuesday, when I said it was my favorite name, and we were buying it on the one and done and the high five, and AMD rallied, and we talked about, and we took it as an overnight, and it exploded the next day. If I held my entire position for one day after I bought it, I could have potentially had, for example, a six-figure day, hundreds of thousands of dollars. Did I make anywhere near $100,000? Nope, not even close. But on a day like today in Netflix, when I went ahead and I sold that one early, when I sold Netflix early today, I made money every time. So going back to the point of my sheet, let me remove my face. There'll be a little break for you guys. This is the trader I am. Now, granted, my numbers might be a little higher, but your numbers might be a little lower. Your numbers might be higher than mine. There are traders in this room who make a lot more money than me. A lot more money than me. Significantly more money than me. But the consistency to be right 4 out of 5 days, 80% of the time, this is all I care about. I don't mind being that trader who missed out on Wednesday. I don't mind being that trader who didn't make the 25 grand. As long as I can avoid this, as long as I can avoid that, as long as I can avoid this. See, the fallacy in trading for what really took me over the threshold when I was able to, when everything was good in the .com and everything, and when I actually got to the point like past 2015 where I was able to have $1 million year plus, break that seven-figure threshold, that's actually when I stopped caring about the money. And it's kind of ironic that I really do not care about the money I make. I do care about money. I do want to make a lot of money. But when I trade, I don't care about the money. And then, and only then, is when it comes. I'll prove it to you right now. How many of you traders ever start off with a losing trade? You get in a trade that's working and you hold it for the basis that you need to make the money back that you lost as opposed to clipping out of it early because you want this trade to make you back the money that you lost. Raise your hand in the room. Raise your hand if you're watching this right now. Tell me if that is you. For example, I'll give you a random example. Maybe this is you, maybe it's not. You lost $1,000 on a trade. You bought another trade. Now you're up 400 bucks, 500 bucks. You're up 500 bucks. You're holding it because you want to be up 1,000 because you need to make back the money you lost. You did it several times today. You're guilty. I was guilty too. It is a very difficult mentality. And when you start caring about the money, you start influencing the trades you do based off of that. And that is when you made a mistake. That is when you screwed up. That is when your P&L had a negative impact on you. You see, the funny thing is when I bought Netflix today, I had no idea if I was going to be up 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 3,000, $500, $200, $100. I had no idea how much money I was going to be up. But when we bought Netflix, as you saw, and it popped $2 immediately, I was like, I'm done. I really don't care how much money I'm up. I sold out, and the funny thing was, I didn't even look at my P&L. That's the irony. I'm at the point where I just sold out, and I'm like, okay, let's see if there's any other one. And I didn't even care how much I was up on the day. Didn't matter to me. I already did the trade. It was done. hmm And that's the problem. If you're having trouble in this market, I implore you to explore consistent strategies. A lot, because I'm getting so many mixed emails. I'm getting emails from traders who are having extreme trouble from late August, which I was imploring you guys to take it slow. It feels like every time, every year in August, I'm just in like, I don't even know what to do anymore. Like, I wish I had access to your computers and I would just shut them off and shut them off for you. Maybe we need a service where you pay me to literally like disable your computer. Like I don't know, talk to a computer nerd and shut down your computer for a couple weeks. But now it's over. We're past Labor Day. If you're not trying to be Rambo and if you're trying to take these algorithmic strategies, I have a humble good feeling that you're going to be phenomenally successful. Phenomenally successful. So, ladies and gentlemen, our game plan, GameStop, I think they're reporting tomorrow. Or did they report tonight already, GameStop? Yeah, I think they reported tonight. They're down a little. I gave a trigger of 1653. No, that's old, right? I'm sorry, that's the old one. That's not the new one. That was the one from the other night. Whoops. And in actuality, from the other night, just let's look. It actually held up pretty well given where the market went today. I mean, the stock, closed down 12 cents today on a day where the market, was definitely getting beaten up. But let me share with you the new name on the game plan today. And yes, I put my money where my mouth is. I am long Micron, as you could tell if you're part of my Twitter service or part of the room. You'll see that I did indeed buy Micron. And I'm giving you a bullish hourly trigger here. I don't do it often, but it's big enough where I like it. And this is the hourly trigger here on Micron. I gave you the level 45.59, and actually I gave you the wrong level. It should read 45.63. See, I already screwed it up by 4 cents. Should say 45.63. And if you break 45.63 here, I could see it getting to 46.79. Obviously, we're in the $45 calls already. Obviously, you could see the stock is gapped up 62 cents after hours, despite the Qs being gapped down 19 cents. I'm telling you, it's not a coincidence that all the stuff that I'm touching is just working. You just have to be smart. That's why I say people like you come in the morning, you're like, you're gonna come. You know how many people in the room are gonna come in tomorrow and say, Mark, what's your target on Micron? You know what I'm gonna say? I don't care. I'll give you my target, but it's irrelevant. What are you thinking of doing it? Selling it immediately and taking the money and moving on with my life. But Mark, you're not maximizing your profit. Yes, and I'm not taking losses and I'm maintaining consistency because I don't care about the money. If I lock out Micron for a victory, it helps my consistency, it helps my psychology, and when a big home run play comes, I'm going to knock it out of the park. You see, when I hit a six-figure home run, all of a sudden you're going to be like, wow, Mark, that was amazing. How did you do it? Because I built up that mentally to the point where I'm ready to hit a home run. So yes, I did take Micron overnight as a long. Yes, the markets are down. Yes, a lot of the names on that we were watching for a potential overnight, which I ignored, did not work. Like for example, I was contemplating Facebook. Facebook is down 40 cents at the moment. Let's see. I was contemplating even Teva. Teva showing down 7 cents with no volume, so that doesn't matter. I was contemplating Wynn Resorts. That's up 2 cents at the moment. I was contemplating buying Amazon. That's down 6 points. I was thinking Facebook, as I showed you, that's down. I was thinking Overstock, I showed you. That's actually up 32 cents. And I was contemplating Micron, which I actually pulled the trigger, and that's the only one I bought. And again, if you are part of the Twitter service, you get it in real time. And yes, people all the time get better prices than me. Here's like, this is proof. I didn't see, I wasn't even expecting somebody to respond, but here you have I think he's a new member. He's a new member on the thing, and he's going to be happy tomorrow morning when he comes in and he sees his Micron, considering if they gap it up like this. All I can say is, ladies and gentlemen, this is my best advice for you in this market right now. Stop caring about how much money you're up. Just focus on being right. If you could lock out of a trade and you're right, take it. You're up a nickel, you're up a dime, you're up a dollar, you're up $2, take it. Doesn't matter. Once you really get to the point where you don't care about the numbers, you are already paving your path to make 7 figures a year. And that was my final stone because I cared so much about the numbers. I would have these position sizes, and I'm like, if it goes up another 10, 20 cents, I'll start making this much. And then I start, for lack of a better word, like fantasizing. I know I was talking about like milking a cow. Now I'm using the word fantasizing. And I was fantasizing about where my P&L could have been. That's a bad fantasy. That is a horrible fantasy. Just focus on making money. My strategy for Micron tomorrow, sell it. That's my strategy for Micron tomorrow. Oh, I'm going to be up money tomorrow. Sell. Oh, nice gap up. Sell. Oh, Micron's gapped up even more. Sell. See a pattern here? Oh, look, Netflix one and done is working. Sell. Oh, look, Netflix high five is working. Sell. But what if Netflix keeps going up, Mark? Hold 10%, hold 20% of your position if you really believe it's going up more, but do it on the house. Lock in your money. And if you do that every day and you decide with all these little trades, how many of you guys are up money on these trades that turn winners turning into losers? I promise you, for those winners that go up even higher and turn into bigger winners, and as opposed to the winners that turn into losers, if you could eliminate making more on your trades and turning winners into losers and just win, 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 you're going to cure your psychological toxicity. And before you know it, you're going to be able to make 100,000 a year, 500,000 a year, 1 million to 2 million a year, 5 million. You're going to start hitting numbers that you fantasized about. Just be right. How about some Newsbeat live levels? These were pretty damn accurate recently. The Amazon low we had from the other day. Always keep this near you. These levels don't always hit, but when they do, they're fun to watch. Could go ahead and screenshot them. How about my live Forex trade or pending order? Because I only have one right over here. This is from a screenshot from my live account. You got to buy for a standard lot, so Aussie US dollar. My bid up to 5 decimal places out. My stop loss if I'm wrong. My take profit if I'm right. Very, very, very simple. So yes, we do have a series of traders here who I call Newsbeat bandits who come in and they only do the one and done strategy and they go home because the one and done strategy is phenomenally, phenomenally, phenomenally consistent. Okay? It's even more consistent now than it is there. But bottom line is, for me, I'm able to make money 4 out of 5 times, and I think if you get used to it, you will as well. Just focus on making money, ladies and gentlemen. I hate to make or I love to make trading sound so easy, but it really is if you allow it. Your biggest enemy in this market will be yourself. You ever play the video game, you get to the last boss and it starts playing like that, like really cool, like Japanese orchestra music, like Final Fantasy IV, and you go up to the last boss and it's like da na 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 na, and it gets you all pumped up. Like if there was a last boss in trading, it would be a mirror. You would be looking at yourself in a mirror. And once you get past yourself and you're able to just apply simple algorithmic strategies, simple, effective, and easy strategies, I guess tons of pun intended. And again, the link to all these videos will be in the description. You're going to find that making money is easy. You're going to find that you can get on track. And you're going to finally learn, maybe for the first time in your life, how easy it is to become a consistently profitable trader. We're the largest, fastest growing trading room in the United States of America. Happy trading, make money. We'll see you guys next time on the Newsbeat live trading broadcast. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening.